Hello again, guys. Boyd here with you, and here's another quick update on our Enterprise refit build. Did I fool you? Did you think it was already all put together? Not quite. I'm sorry I didn't come back with the update the other day, guys, on the getting the saucer on there. I had been working late on this for a couple of nights, as you guys know, and I was starting to feel the grief when I got up to go to work early in the morning. So I took a night off and freshened myself back up, and then I got home from work today and got the bottom of the saucer attached onto the neck now. It's been on there for 3 or 4 hours drying, and it's solid as a rock. It's good to go. And the top of the lid is just kind of sitting on there right now. And I've got the nacelles propped on here. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'll build the nacelles, get all the wiring done, everything, the chiller grills mounted, the Bussard intakes here at the front installed and painted and everything light blocked and all that. And then I'll do all the Aztec painting on those, and I'll install those as the very last thing I do. I wanted to put them on here tonight to make sure that the pins and everything were going to allow me to slide them on there. One of our guys had a bad break with his where he had the whole model built and the pins were kind of stiff. When he was trying to slide those nacelles on, he wound up cracking the seam on his pylons, and it was a setback. He had to go back and do quite a bit of work to fix that, so he warned me about that, and thank you very much for that, Matt. And and Matt's got his ship just about finished, and it's really coming out nice. If you guys haven't seen it, check out his thread over at Sci-Fi Model Action. We've got a couple of refits going on, but Matt's is just about finished. And there's another fellow over there by the name of Garbron who's building one that he's been working on it for quite a while. He's doing all the Aztec paneling and painting on it like I'm doing, and it's turning out beautifully. And so check out Sci-Fi Model Action if you get a chance, guys. Some of you guys asked me about this travel pod again that maybe hadn't seen when I talked about it, and asked if it's glued on there. Well, no, it's not. I have this little feature where I can take it off and on and plug it back in, so I've made a little socket in there for that, and that's just an LED inside of that travel pod. So that'll answer that question for you. And you guys wanted to see, a couple of you wanted to see the shuttle bay again. Now I've got the Enterprise name put on there now, and this darn camera doesn't like those bright LEDs, I'll tell you that. But you can see that's looking really good. It's all done in there. I painted some pearlescent blue around the fantail here, just like it had in the movie. And in certain light, you can really see it light up, and it looks really nice. And I'm happy with that. Let me think about what else we've got. Okay, let me show you the effect here. We've got the photon launcher working. There's no sound because the speaker's not hooked up in the base yet, but I'll do that. And like I said, one push of this button here on the base makes that work. And one push and it cycles and fires one shot on each side. I'll show you that one more time. Really love that. And then up on the top here, I've got to cycle it the right way. I think it was in the off mode here. There we go. We've got the fader effect coming on with our orange crystal, and we hit it again. That turns blue, and we lose our impulse engines. And now I was going to do this where the warp engines would come on, but I found out that that board doesn't put up enough voltage to do that. The LED tape in the engines needs 7 volts. That board only puts out like 5 volts. So that's not going to work, and I'm just going to have this set up where when I turn the power on, the chiller grills will be on. So I could still, at the last minute, I could still add a switch down here to do that. I might do that. We'll see about that one. But I wanted to get your guys' opinion about something here too. You remember on this fader circuit, I have these set up where these fade off and on too, and somebody pointed out to me that those are supposed to be always on when you see the ship. Whenever you see it, they're always on. So, but I kind of like the fader effect. I want to know what you guys think about that. So leave some feedback on my YouTube video if you would, to tell me what you think. If a lot of you guys think they should fade in and fade out, or if you like the effect, I'm gonna go ahead and wire them in that way. It's easy to do. Right now I've just got them connected to power, but I can set them back up on that fader board really easy. And then down here, well, let me turn the light off first. I'll show you that on the bottom I've got one of those SMDs mounted in the forward area there, and you can see how beautiful that shines forward, just like on the top. We've got the same effect up here on the top, and it just works really great. Now I noticed that on this model kit, and it seems to be the same on all of them, that this planetary sensor piece just doesn't fit very good. It doesn't follow the contour on the forward area there, so I'm going to have to do a bit of light leak filling on the edges of it, but it's no big deal. I've done that a lot. But I just wanted to show you how nice that lights that up. Now on these side ones, the ones that face on each side, I noticed that in the movie that on some shots of the Enterprise, when it's sitting still, that those appear to be lit. Or if it's moving really slow, but when it's at warp, it seems like only the forward one is lit. So I'm thinking about tying those into that fader board too. And I just wanted to kind of get your guys' opinion what you think about that. If you like that, I can wire that in too. Otherwise, I can wire them so they're just always on. It's no big deal. Now, I wanted to show you too, look at the lighting that we've got coming out about the neck here. You can see how it's lighting up all those beautiful Aztec panels all the way around on the saucer bottom here. It really highlights them, and I really, really like that. When I get them all painted on the neck and the photon launcher, you're going to see them on there too. And of course on the sides of the pylons, I haven't done those lightning bolts yet, but that's really going to light that up, and that's going to be beautiful. I can't run the deflector dish for you right now, and I'll tell you why. I had a little bit of a wiring mishap when I was, I had the saucer open and I was wiring one little wire that needed to be connected in there. And what happened is a little tiny drip of solder dripped off of that and landed right on the board. I have, you know, one separate board for the fading effect and another one for the deflector, and it landed right on the, I think it must have been the little terminals where the power comes in, and it just instantly fried it. I mean, it was just like that, poof. A little puff of smoke came out of it, and that was it. It quit working. And I had that one and the navigation board connected on the same power source, and it took them both out. I couldn't get the navigation board to work for a darn after that. It wouldn't do anything except when you first turned it on, you'd see the lights come on for a second and slowly fade out, and that's it. So I took that board out and tested it, and sure enough, it's fried too. So I got a hold of Ralph and at Tenant Controls, and he's sending me a couple of new ones. It's just one of those lesson learned, guys. I shouldn't have had the power turned on when I was doing that, number one, and number two, I should have had the whole thing covered up and when I was doing my soldering there, and I just didn't do it. So it's one of those things when you do it, when you do all this sophisticated wiring and everything, and I've done so many of these models, and that's really the first major electrical mishap I've ever had. So other than maybe an LED quitting on me once in a while, but so I feel pretty lucky up to this point, but that was a mistake that I should have known better. So, but all you can do is just move on. Don't get your head down. You know, keep digging, recover from it, and remember what you did, learn from the mistake, and just keep moving on. I wanted to report the good with the bad here. So, otherwise I would have showed you the deflector and everything working and the navs and everything flashing. But I'll come back with a video here in a couple days once I get the boards in, and we'll have all that working, and we'll just keep marching on. So. But yeah, let me show you the bottom of this dish and the light here. And you can see that I painted on all those panels now, the phaser banks. And if you look closely at the sensor array there, I did that same pearlescent gold on that and painted all the little details. And you can see those little windows how I painted them, or the little inserts. They're clear in the center and black on the edges, just like they're supposed to be in the movie. And they block the light real nice. Only that center part is lit up, not the whole thing. So that's correct. And so everything's great. I'm really happy. Besides that little mishap, and again, that was my own doing. It wasn't anything to do with anything that anybody's selling or anything. That was just flat out my mistake. So just wanted to share that with you guys and let you know that, like I said, just be extra careful with wiring and stuff, and whenever possible, unless you're testing something, don't have the power turned on when you're working on it. It's the best way to describe it. So alright guys, well that's going to do it. When I come back with the next update, we're going to have a lot more wiring done on this. The saucer top should be sealed down, and I'll have some more painting done on it, and then we're probably going to be working on the nacelles. That's really, we're not too far from the end here, guys. Next weekend, I'm thinking by the end of next weekend, this thing could be totally wrapped up unless something goes wrong. Knock on wood, I'm touching my head right now. Okay guys, we'll catch up with you in a couple days, so until I see you then, peace out and happy modeling everyone. Take care.